Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome the man with the notes, Ron Gibson.
Thank you. Can you hear me? I don't need this. How are you, Nick?
I'm good.
Good. So I've got 10 minutes to tell you some stories. Listen up. Now you listen up, please. How does that sound? I got a job on Saturday.
You're about not to have one. Would you please use the mic? Because you're not on the video otherwise.
Oh, okay. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Wendy. Hello, everybody. I got a job on Saturday with a bloke called Sean Carron. And he's the managing director of a company called Gold Star Transport. They do a good job. They're top operators. He rang me a few weeks back and said, "Hey, Ron, we haven't met before, but I want you to talk to my staff on Super Safety Day. What's your diary looking like on Saturday, the 18th of March? I said, "I'll let you know. Give me a couple of minutes." You see, what you say about yourself is bullshit. What other people say about you is the truth. And I'm just about to prove it to you. Because if you've got this as your strategy to grow your business, you will grow your business fast and in a strong, sustaining way. You see, Peter Fitzpatrick, who is a mentor to Sean and sits on his board, identified a problem that Sean wanted fixed. And he said, "You need to get Ron Gibson to come and talk to the troops about networking and building relationships and making sales. And you need to get him because he's one of the best in the world at it." If I had have said that to you tonight, you'd think I'm bullshitting you. But when other people say it behind your back, like Peter Fitzpatrick did for me to Sean Carron, it carries a heck of a lot of weight. When you've got people referring you behind your back, when you've got people referring you without you asking them to refer you, when you've got people like Sean ringing you, wanting to give you their business, you've got the makings for a successful, sustainable, long-term business. So I've got an ouch question for you. How many unsolicited referrals are you getting? Because that's your report card on how bloody good you are or you're not. What other people say about us is the truth. What we say about ourselves is bullshit. What we say on our brochures, what we say in our email marketing, what other people say about things that we put on our website. It's not really bullshit, but you know what I mean. You see, buyers want to meet you through a referral. And the reason for that is that the testimony and the endorsement of other people make them feel comfortable opening up to you. It makes them feel comfortable wanting to give you their business because they've already been pre-sold. What is your strategy to make unsolicited referrals happen to you day in, day out? I don't mean asking for referrals, because the return is about 152 to 1. In other words, you've got to ask for 152 names to find one name who's got their hand up to say, "Yes, I want what you're selling." 152 to 1, and all the experts say ask for referrals. That is bullshit. You've got to earn them. You've got to work hard for them. You've got to deliver more than what you send a bill for. And you've got to give them. How many referrals have you given this week? How many coffee chats have you set up to make a three-way personal introduction for two people who should know each other because you think the introduction and the referral is important for each of them? How many referrals have you given? What are you doing to earn those referrals? You've got 7 times more chance, 700% more likely to close a referred lead that comes unsolicited than an unsolicited cold approach. 700% more likely to make the sale because someone like Peter Fitzpatrick said, "You're one of the best in the world at what you do." That's what you've got to engineer to happen in your business. People say to me, "How do you close the deal faster?" I don't like that either. I don't like to be closed. Can I get a show of hands of the people in the room that like to be closed? 1, 2. 2 people out of 60 or 70 or 80 people like to be closed.
I'm sorry, I was saying I don't like.
No, you don't. So that's 1 person. Maybe no persons in the room like to be closed. So it's not about closing the buyer. The buyer doesn't want to be closed. But they want to be able to sell themselves on 6 things. And these are the 6 things. And you've got to tick the box 6 times, not just 5 or 4 times, 6 times. The first thing is they've got to sell themselves on, do they like you? The next thing is, do they trust you? The next thing is, do they believe you can deliver the goods? The 4th thing is, do they believe you understand their business? The 5th thing is, do they think they actually need what you're selling, your service or your product? And the most important of all, do they bloody want it? If they're not sold on those things by themselves, not by you, they ain't going to buy. Ever. So you've got to work on those 6 things in your stories. And the best story you can tell anyone about your business is the story of why. Why did you get into this business? Why do you sell those products and services that you believe in? What was that something that happened in your life that caused you to want to go into the business you're in now? When you talk about the why you're in business, the real why, from the heart, you will have the other person opening up about their why. And when you're talking about your why and they're talking about their why, you actually have a heart-to-heart conversation, a heart-to-heart connection, a heart-to-heart engagement. So here's an exercise for you. Go home tonight and talk in front of the mirror for 30 seconds, and talk about your why. Why you're doing what you do, because that's where your passion lies. That's where the mission is. That's where your values are. And that's what counts. You've also got to talk about your value. What is it that the customer, the client, gets as a result of giving you their business? How is their life, their business, their family, their world better off because of you? What advantages, what outcomes, what results, what successes, what improvements do your clients and customers get because they give you their money? Again, go home and talk in the mirror for another 30 seconds. Don't talk about your product or your service. Talk about your value. Because when you get the value right and you know how to talk about it, you'll never have to defend your price. You can charge people what you're truly worth, and they'll be happy to pay. So folks, my 10 minutes must be getting close to being up. Have I got a minute?
Yes.
Oh, 2 people said yes. So you've got to get out there and drum up these unsolicited referrals. You've got to build more heart-to-heart engagements with people like Peter Fitzpatrick out there. So you've got somewhere between 12 and 30 of these heart-to-heart relationships out there. Some of them could be clients and customers. Some of them may never buy from you at all. But they love the hell out of you, and they believe the hell out of you, and they trust the hell out of you, and they know what you stand for, and that you deliver the goods. And they're singing your praises behind your back when you're not in the room to all the people they know. And not just once a blue moon, but on a regular, consistent basis. I do somewhere between 150 and 180 presentations a year. 95% of them are paid at the price I ask for. That's 3 and 4 presentations every week. And I get 85 to 90% of that business from the likes of Peter Fitzpatrick and a bunch of other people who love me behind my back. That's what you've got to do to be successful. Thanks for listening.